Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are nearing the end of this saga in terms of main missions. So I was just sort of tinkering away, trying to complete all the homestead missions. Of course, we're in the manor now, and there's one below, but last time I tried, there was nothing there. So I wonder if we're not ready for it and it comes after the main mission, or it was just glitched. So I'm going to go down and have a look to see if it's appeared. And it has not. As you can see, it highlights in the full colour, but yet there's nothing to attach. So I'm going to wait to see if that turns up later. So otherwise, we are going to head in to Boston, and in Boston, we're going to head to the Green Dragon, the location of where the Templars gathered when we were Hatham, when we were reliving the memories of Hatham. Desmond in the Animus became his ancestors' memories, and we came ashore Boston as Hatham, and our base was the Green Dragon, and that's where we're headed now because we think we've got a lead on. Go on then, you kids. Come on. Let's not forget who the real people are. Okay, so throw money. Come on, have some more. Right. So the culmination of our revengeful hate is hopefully going to be realised now. We have got our father's dead. He died at our hand, but the real villain, the one who's threatened our way of living, our way of life, and of our tribe, has eluded us, and he's been so cruel. He's such a cruel villain, full of hatred himself. He just hates people different to him. He's a racist, cut and dried racist. So yes, but we've also got what's going to happen with this sun in 2012 and the Cataclysm. So we've got it all to come, and I think this might be ramping up to the end of it. Certainly when we entered the Animus last time, William Miles, Rebecca both said that we're on the home straight. So we often forget what the biggest thing we're after is this key to open the door in the Grand Temple. We've charged it up with all the batteries. We've done everything we can. We've heard from Juno and her disconnection with... Where am I going here? Disconnection with Tinia and Minerva. So we've got that to hear. She has hatred. She's a racist as well. She hates humanity, just as the antagonist in this world is. So we've reached a culmination here. We've grown as a character. We've found our way of our why in life, which is to help people, to protect those that can't be protected, and to give people the freedom they desire and deserve. So we've been doing that, but this is the ultimate threat now. This is the ultimate threat to freedom. And this... Well, I'm guessing here. Go around here. Oh! I have not met many sheep before, so let's have a look at these. Hello, sheeps. Meh. Oh, flying sheep. You get that back down to earth there. Well done. Is it a sheep or a goat? I think it's a sheep. Here we are. I'm not sure we have entered this establishment as Connor. I don't think we have.
Need something, darling?
No.
Ugh, rude.
Can I help you? You know you can. Pardon? Oh! I do not like having my time wasted. Stop that! Oh, don't make me call the guards! Make a sound and you die. What do you want? He's in the harbor, at the Long Pier, most likely. We heard what happened at the parade. Charles got all nervous, said he was leaving the country. I thought he was overreacting. I guess not. No! Thank you.
His patience and his mercy is running thin, so he's just getting straight to the point. He's always been a man of few words. We've not spoken to this guy for a while.
Thirsty, I take it?
What's wrong with taking a draft or two when the time's right?
This is the doctor.
Nothing, Jamie. Nothing.
Then why don't you join me then?
Not right now. Maybe later.
I suppose you got important business to attend to. I understand. Don't worry about me, though. I can handle my booze. If you need me, I'll be there, Connor.
Finally at the harbour. Okay, he's got more to say, I think.
Hey, Connor.
Taking it easy today?
Things got a little out of hand the last time you saw me. Keeping an even keel.
Good. Where are you from?
Yeah. Born and raised, but I'm a mutt, if that's what you're really asking. Think I even got a little of the Far East in my blood. That's what my father said, wherever that bastard got off to.
What about your mother?
She's down south. Haven't seen her in 5 years or so. She works on a plantation, keeping care of the slaves. Slaves. That's why I left. Can't support that business. Owning a human isn't something any man should do. She doesn't agree, so I leave her to it. I make my life up here now. I'm an assassin. This is my family.
So that's what I've struggled to comprehend about the recruits. They don't mention the assassin order and being part of it, and we don't induct them into it. That's the first time I've heard one of the recruits say, I'm an assassin. I thought they were kind of allies rather than assassin recruits, but it seems like he has taken on board his assassin nurse. And there's also someone over here. Ah, we've not spoken to this guy since we recruited him.
You do not partake?
No, sir. I need to stay sharp in case you call upon my rifle. Spirits do me in right quick. Drank half a flask of rum out in the bush with my brothers a few years back. I went for a run in the buff before I found myself rolling around in deer scat being sick all over. I don't want to go there again. No, thank you.
Smart choice, given the circumstances.
I want to fight like you someday.
You have everything it takes to be a great assassin.
And that means something coming from you.
Yeah, we've not delved into that, and we've not seen them recruited, and we've not seen them trained in the same way. It would have been nice to show a bit of backstory to that, because that's not been touched upon very much. To be fair,
Where did you learn to shoot like
I've
you
not
do?
spoken to them all.
Ranging with my dad and brothers in Virginia country. My family's been surveying and prospecting out there since my grandpappy.
How did you end up here?
I'm the youngest of 4 brothers. I was always going to be a runner-up with them, so I set off alone to do my own business. Out west of Ohio's territory that no man of the colonies ever trodden. I figured I could find contracts out of New York. Then the war started.
And you sided with the Patriots?
Not really. My family's for the king. I just don't like seeing boys forced to fight against their will is all. But I know that I want to be free. For all to be free. If that means I'm a patriot, I guess I am.
You are an assassin. Nothing else.
That I am. I'm proud of it.
There was a really, really awesome phrase that Connor used, and I can't remember it, and I'm paraphrasing. And basically is I don't take sides, or just take sides with the cause or something like that. It's beautifully phrased and I'm murdering it. But these guys are just have all disparate reasons to join the Assassin Brotherhood, and they find themselves in between this struggle in some way. Either they just want to be left alone in the frontier, or they're like Jamie Coley over in the distance there, who looks his kind of why is to look after people, and he couldn't let the people dying of the smallpox go by the wayside. And they don't fit into any category, and the assassin seems to be a catch-all for soaking up these people with no home, who can commit to a cause that has one ideal. Oh, was it an idea, not a cause? I commit to an idea, not a cause, something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, they're committing to a cause. Or an idea, an indisputable idea, not a pick a side that kind of varies within its ideas. They don't label themselves. It's the cause, the idea they hang under. Okay, so we bowled into the Green Dragon, bold as brass, went up to some unlikely character who we had a sixth sense that he might be connected to the Templars, and we ignored his protestations and his pretending to be innocent, and insisted he tell us through violence. And he did. We were taking no quarter of any kind. So, find Lee near the harbour. It says Lee's trying to escape. You can see the writing on the wall, and he wants out. Right, I'm just going to try my assassin abilities now. My recruits. Because I've just so rarely used them, have I? There's so many different things that I needed to experiment with, and I just haven't. We've got the ambush, we've got all sorts, and I've just not done it. I think because whenever I've tried to do it, it's not worked. I've just forgotten about it. That's my fault for not trying to sort of incorporate it into the style of play. Just ignored it, and that's no good. The game has done its best to tutorialise me in when and where to use it, but maybe they could have done it a bit more often. Okay, activate Eagle Vision and look for the golden target. Well, I think what might be best is to disturb these workmen and come up high and see what we can see. That looks fairly gold over there, right? That is Charles Lee over there. He's discussing something with someone else. It looks to be angry, maybe negotiating his departure. But he looks alone. What we've got on here? If he wants to leave, this boat looks like the character, but he doesn't seem to have any Templar guards near him. We have a chase. So chase Lee. Stay within range of Lee. Do not shove anyone during the chase. What a silly objective. Well, that's ruined it. Okay. I'm going to try and get up here. But I want to catch him legitimately. I don't want to shoot him. I want to catch up with him and take him at close quarters. I think our revenge deserves to see him die. Do not take any fire damage. Wow. Oh dear. Which way am I going? This way? Now where? Through here. Oh, where are you? Over here. The end is nigh, possibly. Here he is. He's waiting for me there. Now, can we do the same? Yes, we can. Charles Lee has got some lungs on him. Okay. He's got the drop on us.
Why do you persist? You put us down, we rise again. You end one plot, we forge another. You try so hard, but it always ends the same. Those who know you think you mad, and this is why. Even those men you sought to save have turned their backs on you. Yet you fight. You resist. Why?
Because no one else will.
We've put a musket in his gut, but we have got injuries of our own. Right, let's get to the Harbour Master. Okay, we're taking a trip, it seems. We're trying to follow Charles Lee in a naval battle, maybe. Oh God, I've got to use the stairs. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. We're not going anywhere quickly. What's up with us? It's not showing in at the moment, but I think some bit of wood entered us.
Rough night, was it? He headed inland, took a ferry up the Charles River.
I will need passage as well.
Of course. Only say the word.
The word. So he eluded us again, but we injured him, just as we are injured, so we're both hampered. How can we get together for our finale? It seems we have to leave by boat. Right, where are we? Attack the convoy. Enemy convoy leaving. Well, now's not the time, because we can hardly move. We actually walk faster if I don't try and go quickly. I'm not actually sure where we are. Maybe in the frontier? Oh, Charles. I think he's coming to terms. with the inevitability. Six months later. In the village where his life started. We'll talk about that death in a minute.
Why would they leave this behind?
Long have we waited for you to return. You have done as we asked. You have succeeded.
No! I have failed! My people are gone! Chased out by those who I thought would protect them!
It is a trade, a sacrifice, and not in vain. For you have found it.
This?
Now you must hide it, where none shall think to look, and then in time, what once was, shall be, again.
I do not understand.
Nor need you. Only do as we ask. Then, you may do as you wish.
But what of my people?
You have saved this place, as was your people's purpose, and that matters most.
It is not enough.
It will never be enough. You strive for that which does not exist. Still, you have made a difference, and you will do so again. Remember, you must hide the amulet where none might find it.
Oh my goodness. I didn't expect that to happen. He has the amulet, but the piece of Eden, the apple, the kind of crystal ball, soothsaying apple, kind of self-destructed after its purpose was realised. That's crazy. I was wondering in my head, where's this apple? What's it do? Wouldn't modern day like this? Wouldn't the Templars like this? To see into the future. Well, it's completed. He's defeated the Templars. The revolution is probably culminating. But he's setting out now with his injury and the amulet to hide it, as is his purpose. But his mission was to save... The way it was sold to him by that piece of Eden was that his life, his mission was in service to his tribe. But that wasn't Juno's mission. Who's Connor Davenport? 48 to 55. Oh, is that... Oh, I see. That's Achilles' son. Is that Achilles' son? And that's who Achilles named Connor after? Sort of adopting him almost. So he's burying it in the grave of Achilles' son. So Desmond is to see that. He knows the location. It's probably changed since.
I know where the key is. Then let's go.
Okay, so Achilles died without us seeing that demise. That's his wife and son.
Guess this is it.
We're right behind you.
Okay. To the door we go. It's all powered up. 1, 2, 3 batteries hard-earned and placed in there. Juno giving us insight into the plight of herself and the ones that came before. But we've been spending so much time with Connor. And Connor has been chasing his revenge. And that death scene where he put a bullet in Charles Lee and Charles Lee escaped but realised his number was up and just kind of gave in, resigned himself that his struggle was over. He wasn't going to realise the dreams that he had of power in the Templar Order. So he sat there, resigned to the fact, didn't put up a fight, shared a drink out of mutual respect with Connor, and then Connor did what he wanted to do from the start without another thought. Took the amulet, because that was what he was bade to do from Juno. But the one thing, his main driver was to protect the ones he loved and protect his home, but his home wasn't protected. The Canyon Kahaka tribe had to move on. And they moved on and they left, the clan mother left the piece of Eden there, the crystal ball, because she knew Connor needed to return to that. So Connor has fulfilled his mission, but not in the way he wanted to. And he's obviously injured and he'll obviously recover. And he has a home, but not the home he was born into. So there will be lots of pain there for him. Pain of his father and mentor, his adopted father and mentor Achilles. Pain that he didn't manage to bring his father back from the brink of the abyss. And that his tribe had to leave their home because ultimately they lost against the tidal wave of the modern world. And now after 5 games of Desmond and his being the prophet, being the part of the prophecy that he is going to have a huge hand in stopping the cataclysm of the sun, I am, because I've never played it before, I'm about to find out what that is. And I am saddened, excited, in equal measure.
Moment of truth.
Doors open and we are all able to go in. None of us have anything to say at this moment. It's all been said. We just need our answers. That was a look back, wasn't it? A look back at his compatriots.
Yes. Come. Here, at last. You know our story now. Of how we tried. Of how we failed. All our hopes extinguished. Save one. Your touch. A spark. A spark to save the world.
Wait!
Minerva.
Do not touch the pedestal.
Minerva?
You. But how? You left! You destroyed the device!
Did you think there was only one?
What the hell is going on here?
You must not free her.
Free her?
Juno dwells within these walls, awaiting release. I will explain. While we worked to save the world, she sought instead to conquer it. She used our machines to set her plans in motion. Divination through numbers. There is a pattern to existence. To comprehend the calculations is to tame time. This was my focus. And so I built the eye to aid us. But she turned it towards her own ends. When we discovered her treachery, we put a stop to it. And then we left. But first we called to you that you might try again. We thought it would be safe with her gone. Now I see we were deceived. She survived, she endured, and then she began to work. For centuries, Tinia and I walked the world, hoping to rekindle the spark of civilization. We shared what we knew as best we could. We were not the only ones, but for all the power we wrought, still death would claim us. But before it did, I would have one last look to know if we had succeeded.
That's how you're here now?
I had hoped you might find this place and finish our work. But it is too late. You and the Templars have squabbled over our refuse. You have wasted centuries, and so you have lost your chance. You cannot hope to stop the end now, Desmond. Only to survive.
She's lying! Only touch the pedestal and the world will be saved.
Better the world burn than she be loosed upon it.
Is that so? Show him then.
but he will not understand. It is complicated. It is...
Show me.
We're not meant to understand it.
You heed, Minerva, the sun will have its way. The ground will crack and spit fire into the skies. All the world will burn. But this does not end the world, merely heralds its arrival. Darkness follows. Then you emerge, resolving to lay a foundation that such a tragedy does not befall the world again. You will become a symbol to those who survive. Hope, knowledge, determination. You will inspire them to rebuild, to thrive once more. And as the world heals, so too will humanity. But you are just a man, frail and mortal. You pass from the world, leaving behind only a memory. A legacy. You will be remembered first as a hero, later as a legend, and in time, as a god. It is the cruelest fate to have written words that meant well, and see them made wicked and unwise. What was meant to encourage life, used instead to justify taking it. And so now you see that what was shall be again. So tell me, how is this better? She would sacrifice you, sacrifice the world, for no other reason than to deny me vindication.
They will enslave your kind, Desmond. Is this not why you fight? Is this not why you came here? To ensure more than just your race's future, but its freedom?
What future? What freedom? Billions dead and the whole cycle begun anew? This world has known nothing but heartache and horror since we left it.
Our gift to them, and you'd see it all returned.
Enough!
You must not do this.
Whatever Juno's planning, however terrible it might seem today, we'll find a way to stop it. But the alternative, what you want, there's no hope there.
If you free her, you'll be destroyed.
It will happen in an instant. There will be no pain.
You mustn't.
It's done, Minerva. The decision's made.
Then the consequences of this mistake are yours to live and die with.
You need to go. All of you. Now. Get as far away from here as you can.
Come with us. We'll find another way.
There isn't time.
Son.
You know it's true. It's already started. I need to do this now. So go. Go!
Desmond sacrificing himself.
It's some sort of global aurora borealis. Never seen anything like this before. Eyewitnesses describe electrical storms and erratic displays of unusual weather. Residents are being asked to remain inside and wait for... Geological surveys are now reporting seismic activity throughout the Ring of Fire. Northeastern Canada is said to be experiencing the largest on record. Satellites and transformers are failing as the flare increases in intensity. Worldwide reports of blackouts seems to be receding. Residual seismic and volcanic activity is being reported, but nothing approaching earlier levels. Obviously, it'll be a while before experts are able to assess the full extent of the damage caused by today's event. But it appears the worst is behind us. We'll be sure to bring you more as this story develops.
It is done. The world is saved. You played your part well, Desmond. But now, Now it's time that I played mine.
So Juno, her plan came to fruition. Her plan of centuries came to fruition, and this is the reason I create these story videos in this journey through Assassin's Creed story summary series that I'm dedicating my life to at the moment, is because on first viewing I don't understand it, and there's lots I don't understand about this ending, but I'll watch it again and again, and I'll write it and I'll write it until it becomes, I can explain it so that I understand it, and hopefully other people understand it. But there's not too much alluding to it. Basically, Minerva's saying don't let her out because, you know, she'll corrupt humanity and control humanity. And Juno can then have her revenge on humanity over time. But the other option for Desmond was to just let the sun destroy. Let the sun destroy. And I think what that was saying is that some humanity may survive, and you will be a hero, but your words will be corrupted again. And just like it happened afterwards, where religion and power and takes over and controls the people, it will happen again. But this way, the fight will continue for the assassins, but Juno will be out there. I'm not completely, I don't completely understand it all, but Desmond gave his life. Now, I felt that that ending could have been more poignant with the taking of Desmond's life, and explained a little bit better. Could have had a few more moments of quandary, especially with his father. And maybe a bit more of a dramatic death than that. But he's done his part. What he was asked to do in the prophecy laid out by the first civilization. But there was division in that quorum of people, quorum of superhuman, super beings. And Minerva tried at the last ditch to say, don't let Juno out because she wants to control. She does not want to save, she wants to control, she wants power. So if there was a Templar and assassin sorting hat, then Minerva would be put into the assassins and Juno would be put into the Templars. So that is the end of the main story. We obviously have credits rolling here, and I'll skip them when I've run out of things to say, and we'll see what's left in the map behind us, see what Connor will do next. But I have thoroughly enjoyed this game. I think it's a step up in many levels, especially in the way they told the story. This ending, like many endings, has left me with a few questions and a few misunderstandings, but I'll get there and I'll explain it to you later. Maybe in the comments you can tell me your summary of that ending and what it means down to its basic level, and then I might even understand it a bit better. But I'll do my research and I'll look things up. But like I say, my mind works very, very slow, but it does work. But yes, a few question marks there. But I loved how the game opened as Haytham, and you become Haytham, and that revelation of him being a Templar, then becoming a character from a tribe, and he's caught between this, like I said, his very being is caught between this struggle, and he chooses, like I was saying before, the assassin seems to soak up the people who were trapped in between. And then he had an adopted father, he set up a community, but he didn't forget Achilles' words of they all need to die. The plan needs to die of control, and we need to keep this notion of freedom alive. Otherwise, we will lose that that right that we have as people to choose. And yes, I thought it was wonderful. I think if I was to critique the game, I'd have to go back into it and find the areas that really worked, the areas that fell flat, because there were a few where I became disconnected from the character of Connor a little bit, where I became disconnected from the overarching why he was doing things. And I didn't feel it related back to his why of protecting the tribe enough. I didn't feel like the tribe was, the Canyon Kahaka tribe was a solid enough foundation. I found more connection in the homestead because there was that community, those characters, that struggle. And I didn't feel, they didn't set up the tribe enough for me to connect with Connor's struggle straight away. So, and a lot of his coming of age was very, very rushed over, and it has, I mean, Ezio's was rushed through as well. They needed a bit more of a montage, a creative montage to show the training with Achilles, to show his struggle at leaving the tribe, on his hero's journey, his quest that was given to him by the apple, by the crystal ball. But yeah, there's lots to unpack there, and lots I need to connect the dots with. I was really, really impressed as Charles Lee as a villain, just because of his psychopathic nature and his split personality, how he could be completely charming and nice and helpful. And that's what threw me about Haytham being an assassin, because Charles Lee was a moderately palatable person. But as soon as he met Connor outside of his tribal lands and shoved him against the tree and showed his hate for those people that he wanted to crush, man, that switch, that was wonderful. Really wonderful. So we've got a great villain, we've got a great twist, we've got a noble ending from a character we love in Desmond. All in all, I think that's packaged up really, really well. And obviously we've got this jeopardy now of the ones that came before, and I'm looking forward to seeing how and if that's developed appropriately. I didn't come across much or any of that in the lore I tried to skip by going through Origins, by going through Odyssey and Valhalla. I tried to skip as much lore as I could so that I wouldn't be spoilt by anything. I just enjoyed the historical nature of the action, and then any of the outside stuff I tried to dodge. But yes, very good. Is it the best one so far? In some ways yes, in some ways not. It's hard to categorise. But I'd say my gut reaction of my enjoyment of the story, I'd give it a 7. My enjoyment of the development in sort of gameplay, mechanics and things to do, a lot of things are improved. I think some things suffered, so I'd probably give it a 7. So if we think about the economic system, I thought that was a tiny bit too complex to not much of an end. I think, and it takes so long to send convoys out. I much preferred the system in the Ezio trilogy where you bought up property and then your residual income increased. There was a simplicity to that, and there was a dopamine hit to that. With the accounting book, I just didn't. There wasn't enough reward in the hunting. That wasn't dynamic enough. And yes, the accounting book fell flat for me. But I liked that underground system of producing the little mini game of the maze. I liked. I loved Peg Leg and the action sequences that they showed there. What else? So these are off the top of my head. I might dig in and do another video, a very sort of quick and dirty critique, outlining what I liked. and what fell flat. But it was really, really interesting game. So, what's next? The epilogue. There it is, the hatchet, because the war is over. It's got to be removed now. Okay, the Great Fire of New York, there's lots of things unlocked, but there we go. Okay. Well, what is next? What is next for us? Oh, we've got other missions to do. What's this? Something in New York this time. Yes, seems like we've got little afterthoughts from the main story. So we'll do those. That's what we'll do next. Is we will understand what we have left. Let's start by doing this, having another look at this homestead mission to see if it's begun. So what Connor was doing there was collating all the pictures of the fallen Templars, because that mission is over. His kind of project... Oh wow, this is left open now. It's not so secret. What do we have? Do we have to wait? No, still it's not enacting. That's really curious. So, oh, hang on. Hang on.
Old man.
Top of the morning.
Achilles.
What's going on? What on earth is going on? Why is Achilles here?
Morning.
Good morning. Look at this glitch. It's surely a glitch. We've got Achilles perished here. He's given us a letter. I'm about to read it. And we've got Achilles standing here, seemingly not an apparition, but the placement of him has gone wrong. What a glitch that is. quite game-breaking. Not game-breaking, but it certainly breaks the spirit of seeing his father perished and leaving a note. I mean, let's have a look to see if that letter exists for us to read. No. No, but ignoring the apparition of Achilles, our father is dead, so we need to... And I think this is the answer to my question, because the mission has gone. It might come back later, the Homestead mission. But now we need to let Father Timothy know that he's got a service to prepare for. Now, when we were digging up the grave of his son, I could have sworn we saw Achilles' headstone there. But maybe he hadn't died yet, and he was just, that's, you know, he prepared the stone in lieu of his death to be with his family. Maybe that's correct.
What is it? Achilles has passed. I'm so sorry. He passed peacefully and with dignity. A service, then? Yes. Please prepare something appropriate. I will see the grave is dug. Can you gather everyone?
Anna, if you are reading this, I have failed to say goodbye as I wanted, but the time never seemed appropriate. I leave this land and all its resources to you. I trust you now know this place has become something of great significance. A community to serve as an example of what this would-be nation could become. But the larger and stronger it grows, the more fragile and difficult to defend it becomes. I hope your friends who are birthing this infant country understand this truth. Your unwavering tenacity and honesty have burdened you with responsibility far greater than any one man should bear. But you, if anyone, are capable. You have given an old man hope that all is not lost. And for that, I thank you. I ask that you lay my bones to rest on the hill overlooking the water. There is no other place on this earth I'd rather be. I am grateful to have met you, knowing you will guide this land and these people to a better future. Yours in brotherhood, Achilles.
Prayer and sermon do not suit this occasion. Achilles was not a man of God. Not my God, at any rate. But he certainly believed in a guiding force. And he is at peace now, and for that we can be grateful. We lay him to rest here, atop the bluff where he made his honorable and dignified life, so he can remain that comforting presence, the old man on the hill, that we have all grown to depend on. You all had your own relationships with him, your own moments, and I implore you to return here when the time is right for you, and share those stories with the waves and the trees. Achilles, you will be missed, but never forgotten. Go safely, old man. Safely to where your soul need rest.
I will make you proud, old man.
It's a new special outfit available at the Manor, Achilles' original outfit. Maybe we should go and put that on in honour of our father and mentor. But his parting words there, that we can interact here. His parting words were, I'll make you proud, old man. And he already did. He already did. He resurrected this place. Achilles was defeated by both the world and his own grief from the loss of these people. We've got Connor Davenport, and they both died at the same time, maybe at the hands of the Templars. Something that I've missed or forgotten about, whether that's been explained anywhere in documents or in conversation, but I don't think so. So Abigail looked like his wife, and he just didn't want to go on. But Connor breathed life in him enough to be given his son's name, because he felt like from that moment that Connor will be the person to bring this place on and resurrect it, and he has done.
I never properly said goodbye to you. I was not ready, so here I am. The weight of my responsibilities never seems to diminish. There is always something else that needs fighting for. This is something you never warned me of. Maybe because you thought I would have been deterred. You would have been wrong, but I know you were not accustomed to that. Life carries on here. The people seem happy. They are certainly safe. At least for now. One of my brotherhood asked me something I have been struggling with. What happens if, when we win? When we stop the Templars? It is a question I certainly do not know the answer to. Perhaps you did not either. I miss you. As I miss my mother. I hope all is well with you, wherever you are. Goodbye, old man. Until it comes time for me to join you, then I will bother you once again.
That was nice. Very, very nice. It's probably why he found it so easy to dispatch his father, and why he found so easy to keep estranged from him. He gave him a chance to come back from the brink of this Templar ideology, but it didn't work. And Achilles is his dad. That's all he needed. He lost his mother. She'll never be replaced. But the father he never had arrived as soon as his quest started, and that was Achilles. He was a father hard-earned. He had to stay outside the stables for days on end until he proved himself. But like any good mentor movie, the mentor is often not keen, very reserved in taking on the pupil. I'm thinking of any kung fu movie. I'm thinking of Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi, people like that. So that dynamic was really nice. Okay, here we are. We do have this icon back. So let's go and see what that is. It doesn't look like it's in the same place. So let's check it out. It looks like it's upstairs this time. Now, I'd forgotten about this. We had to find from the fire in New York this painting, and dollars to donuts, because his grief was so intense, he could not bring himself to place his eyes on what I think is a portrait of him and his family. That's what I think it is. Let's see if I'm right. Ah. How did they die, though? How did they die? More than likely it was some kind of illness, but it could have been as part of the downfall of the Templars that he lost his family. But I think his revenge, his wanting to get back up and seek revenge would have been greater had it been the Templars. But he kind of was defeated after their death. So I think it was unrelated to the Templars. I'm gonna have to look that up because that has escaped me. If we ever know. Well, let's look around the place. I'm not sure what has changed. We've got lots of trinkets from the various things we've been up to. Robinson's tea chest for completing the tea party mission. So lots and lots of trinkets for doing that we've accumulated over our life. This room has always been empty. Bar this curious. Is that Benjamin Church? No, Ben Franklin. You've earned the Benjamin Franklin painting for completing sequence 12. Okay. Now, what next? What next, indeed? Well, story-wise, we've pretty much done everything. Let's look over here. Well, we've got lots of conversations. Let's go and listen to these conversations. I think that's important to get the villagers, the homestead's take on the passing of Achilles and their relative safety now, considering the fall of the Templar Order in America. But we do have that yellow mission, and I'm not sure if that's the DLC, the Washington DLC. I'm not sure. So if it is, we might carry that over to a next episode. But let's go and have a look at it after we've conversed with the priest.
Day, Connor. How are you faring?
I will honor him in time. I just hope that what I do is enough.
If anybody is capable of honoring a man the likes of Achilles, it's you, Connor.
How is your church?
It's everything I could have wanted and more. The people here are hard-working and appreciative of my services. They contribute more than most I've seen. I understand our God is not for you. But the community is strong when we gather within these walls. That much you should see.
I will pass through one of these days.
That's I like priests like that. They're with so much to give that they don't necessarily mind. They live in their own doctrine and behave in a manner that they believe is right, but they help everyone regardless of faith in the community. They're pillars of the community rather than pillars of their faith. I think that's a healthy community to be in. Oh, well it's gone. Let's travel over here just in case it comes back again. But there was a conversation down at the bottom there, but maybe that was the same one in different places. No, it's not back. Okay, let's head over to the US. Sorry, to New York. Let's come in the middle here and see what we've got. Okay. So a main mission. This is strange, right? What are we going to understand here? I'm just baffled. Baffled what this could be. Are we going to see the downfall or the culmination of the liberation? Are we meeting George Washington? I'm not sure. So all the Templar enemies are dead. The British are seemingly vanquished, certainly from the cities that we've liberated. The town looks peaceful. The town looks peaceful to me. What have we got here? It's on the ports, so it's something to do with. There's a carriage. What on earth is this? George Washington? Okay, Evacuation Day Epilogue. Yes, let's start this.
America has no need for your services,
back to Britain
gentlemen.
in a box!
What in the world?
Death to the oppressed!
Cut them down!
These slaves. This is a slaver. Evacuation Day. Let's read about this. So the British looks to have taken a parting shot there. Very petulant. Evacuation Day was the day the British troops sailed out of New York at the end of the American Revolution. While the Treaty of Paris formally ended the war in early September, the British took time to pack up their belongings and leave their stronghold at New York, mainly because many loyalists found a sudden need to leave the country, and so there were more people to carry than they originally anticipated. Of course, the British are known for being practical jokers, and so they couldn't resist getting in a few friendly parting shots before they left. Troops nailed a Union Jack to a flagpole on the Bowling Green, and then greased the pole, and the Americans nailed up spikes to help them climb, managing to raise the stars and stripes before the British fleet had sailed out of sight. After that, climbing a greased flagpole to tear down a Union Jack. Nope. The other British parting shot was a literal one. A British ship fired a cannonball at the crowds on Staten Island who were jeering at the departing flotilla. Nobody was hurt. The ball fell short of the land, but it's sometimes called the last shot of the American Revolution. Evacuation Day isn't much celebrated anymore. It fell out of favour when Thanksgiving was moved to the end of November. Okay. We've got the Treaty of Paris as well, which signalled the end of the war and the enactment of the independence. And we have another mission up here. Ah, that is where? Frontier? Yes. What have we got left here in New York? We've only got these almanac pages, and I'm tempted to leave those. I don't think they afford much in the way of reward in terms of story. What have we got in the frontier? We have a mission up here, Hunting Society mission. That was, I believe, the cougar that got away. But we've also got this back in the Canyon Kahaka territory, so let's go there. Right, what is this? Oh, it's Daniel Boone. What say you, Daniel? Maybe he has news of the tribe.
If you're hungry,
Oh, it's just a hunter.
No, thank
Just a hunter.
Where is everyone?
Gone west. Been a while since they left. Seems some fella from New York was granted the land by Congress.
What?
Seeing it happen more and more. Government says they don't take land that's already owned, but...
How could this have happened?
We're on our own now. No more merry English parts and labour. Which means we gotta go at it ourselves. Gotta pay for it too. Selling land is quick and easy, not quite so nasty as taxes. And since some say they're what started the old war, ain't no rush to bring 'em back. Clever men, these new leaders of ours. They know not to push it just yet. Too soon for taxes. Too British.
Thank you.
Be safe.
Okay. Well, that's just an insight into, yes, there's been a struggle for years and years sort of between oppressor and oppressed, but one replaces the other. The oppressed overcome the oppressor, and then they become the oppressors in their own way. They railed against the taxes levied on the nation, but then realised that they have to tax. They have to tax the nation to survive as a society. So, is it necessity or is it ego? Obviously, many Americans will say Independence Day is one of their finest moments to get rid of the British rule from afar and make your own decisions, which is great. But how many of those decisions that they disagreed with, they end up making their own selves out of necessity? Tough to say. There's many examples of that. Right, where are we going now? We're going to Boston. We're going to Boston. We've heard about the departure of the British and the victory of the Continentals, and now the Continentals are in charge. The natives are being put out. What's this? Fa. Complete each of the epilogue missions unlocked after the credits roll. Well, it's just gone. Why is it gone? Just had to go back to Boston, I guess. Okay. Well, let's have a chat with Killing Spree Hack unlocked. What? Ninja Hack unlocked? What's this? Little cheats that you can do. Season Changer Hacker unlocked. Okay. Where do we do these then? Where do we do these? In the options. Animus Hack, there we go. Made of Steel, you can't get hurt. Infinite ammunition. You can always assassinate. No more reload times. Guard detection and investigation is disabled. You have infinite recruit tokens, and you can change. That's useful if I want to go back and get some shots of the characters in various seasons. Very useful. very interesting to set up little combat battles. Alright, let's go and see what this guy wants to talk about, if anything. That's the guys we talked about before. Now we're all done there. We are all done. So what next? We've completed the main game, we've completed the epilogue, we've understood the fate of Desmond, the fate of this nation, and the fate of the Templars. We've understood all that. So what's left? Well, what's left is there's a DLC hanging off this game called something something Washington. I've no idea what that's about, how it's related to the game, but we're going to enjoy that next in the next episode. Don't know how long it is either. Usual DLC is about an hour or 2 hours. Let's see if that's the case. And then we've got a larger offshoot game called Liberation, where by what it looks like on the artwork is a female assassin. So let's go and enjoy her story and see who she is and what happens. But that, for this main story, as they say, is that. If you liked the playthrough, then tell me about it. In the comments, what do you enjoy about my Let's Plays? And if you liked it a lot, maybe you could share it with people. Tell people about this journey that I'm taking through Assassin's Creed, where I play the game blind and then I go away and create an in-depth story summary. And that series is called the Patient Wolf's Journey Through Assassin's Creed. And thank you for joining me on it. Yes, spread the word. Because I do so. I want as many people to see this endeavour as possible. So if you can help me with that, that'd be great. Well, thanks very much for watching. See you on the next episode of this game with the new DLC, and we'll work through that together. Love you all. Take care. Bye. If you would like to support me in these playthroughs and story videos over on the main channel, you can do so via Patreon, where patrons will get to see all episodes and videos well in advance. In fact, if you want to see the next episode of this playthrough right now, click the Patreon link in the card or in the description. If not, take a look at one of these in the meantime. See you next time.